Although young Sheldon's highly hyped George Sr. death finally happened, the Big Bang Theory spin-off still hasn't explained a major plot hole from the earlier show's reference to the event. Young Sheldon has always struggled with the canon of the Big Bang Theory as the spin-off told the story of Sheldon's family, the Coopers. Most of young Sheldon's cast of characters first appeared in the Big Bang Theory as older versions of themselves, but they were all different from their spin-off incarnations. Mary was less bitter and judgmental, while Mima was less carefree and rebellious in the original show. Mary's changing outlook could be attributed to the early, sudden death of her husband George Sever, while Mima's character change after young Sheldon could be a result of her criminal trial humbling her. However, not all of the inconsistencies between the two shows are so easily excused. Young Sheldon jumped through hoops to justify George Sever cheating on Mary before a Season 7 episode eventually revealed this was just a misunderstanding on Sheldon's part. Similarly, the only time that the Big Bang Theory referenced George Sr.'s passing, the earlier hit sitcom made the character's cause of death more confusing. Young Sheldon never explained the Big Bang Theory's alternate George Sever death cause. The tragic event was credited to the mysterious acronym SBL. In Season 7, Episode 12, A New Home and a Traditional Texas Torture, young Sheldon's Cooper family gathered for a family photo only to learn some terrible news. George Sever died off-screen in this young Sheldon episode, an event the show had been building up to since its first season. Back in Season 1, George Sever survived a heart attack before another more serious heart attack killed him at work in this moving Season 7 outing. However, in the events of this episode, young Sheldon never explained why the Big Bang Theory referred to George Sever's death as SBL. In Season 4, Episode 2, The Cruciferous Vegetable Amplification, Sheldon began to fret about his health and created a family tree to determine any genetically inherited ailments. There, George Sever's cause of death is listed as SBL. Leonard asked what KBB stood for and learned that Sheldon's uncle was killed by badgers, so viewers can reasonably assume the phrase is an acronym. The problem is that there is no medical condition related to heart disease with this acronym. Small bowel lymphoma and sclerotic bone lesions are the two most commonly used medical acronyms of SBL, making Sheldon's chart even more incomprehensible. Young Sheldon set up George Sever's cause of death years earlier. Season 1 featured Sheldon's father suffering a heart attack. While some of young Sheldon Season 7's darkest jokes hinted at the cause of George Sever's death, the spin-off gave viewers the first major clue to his demise much earlier. As early as Season 1, Episode 3, Poker, Faith, and Eggs, George Sever suffered a heart attack that proved his heart health was seriously compromised. Although the spin-off never explained what exactly Sheldon meant when he referred to SBL, the show did do a lot to foreshadow its biggest death. As such, young Sheldon's tragic George Sever death worked to spite ignoring the Big Bang Theory's acronym mystery.